Hey again guys, another video already. This time we are on chapter 6, Blood of Pride. This chapter focuses around Lynn's heritage. You get to learn a little bit more about her Sakaean blood. And sorry, I've got a bit of a cough going on. There's actually quite a tint of like racism going on in this chapter, which comes in and around. There's a good character. Sorry. There's a good character about to be introduced, and well, I've never actually used the other one, but we'll get onto that in a minute. Sounds a bit strange, I'm not sure why that's like that. There must be a slight glitch in the programming. Oh well. Poor Satan digging for attention. It's not good. But okay, you can see that. Well, his head's in the way now, but you can see that there was a different unit there. And as you can imagine, that's who we're going to be getting. There he is. Well, that's one of the two. And there's the other one. I'll explain in a sec. Okay, some artwork. There we go. It's quite funny that like every Sakaean that you come across that's one of your allies has green hair. Actually, now thinking about that, I'm not sure. Oh well, it's not important. This logic makes no sense. I do love how he just saunters into the house. It just seems a bit strange that there's so much hassle needed to open like secret passage that's critical to rescue the Marquis. I'm not actually sure which one that is, like how to pronounce it. I think it's Marquis. I am going to say Marquis, but if I'm wrong, I'm sure someone will correct me, hopefully. wonder if I'll be able to have a look at Wrath before this. Okay, here we go. This is Wrath. He is a nomad. He's basically a mounted archer. When he does promote, he becomes able to use swords as well, which is a bit of a bonus. The problem with Wrath, or the problem that I have with Wrath, is that you lose him for about 10 chapters, maybe more, maybe less. I'm not quite sure of the exact number off the top of my head. But where's Will? There's Will. Will's level 3, which you can see in his speed, skill, and strength. His speed especially is quite low down compared to Wrath's, even though he's 4 levels up, which is really what archers need. They need to be able to double tap, and the skill has quite a big difference as well. But that could, if Will was lucky, fix itself. I'm going to turn the sound off because that's annoying me a little bit, to be honest. And I guess that's where sort of Wrath stands. I mean, he has a much better movement as well than Will does, but it's just the gap. If it wasn't for that massive gap, he'd be a very good unit, but for the amount of time that you don't have him, it's not overly worth trying to let him absorb all the XP to start with, and then try to grab a huge amount when you eventually get him back. I wonder if I can fix the sound. I don't know what that means, to be honest. Let's try the shame it turns itself over. See if that makes it any better. Apparently not. Sorry about that. Let's try 11. That's livable. Guess not. Wait, sometime. Oh, that's what that was. Sorry about that. I don't know why she calls him odd. That makes perfect sense, to be honest. But Matthew is absolutely brilliant. His dialogue is great. His speed, as you can see, is phenomenal already. He's only level 2. A cheery thief, that's one way to describe him. Here's the thief. He's the first one of 2, and he does grow well, he does promote well, and axe user will never hit him, unless obviously they're using Sword Slayer. But these are the trigger things, they're not really that important, it barely comes into the maps. What does let Matthew down, unfortunately, his luck is a bit low and his resistance is quite low. His defense is also low. The defense and resistance you can live with, because the amount of speed that he has, he will dodge a lot of things. His promotion, if you decide to promote him, is Assassin, and he does very well as an Assassin as well. It's just the only problem with promoting him means he loses the ability to steal. But you do get another thief, and there's a lot of debate between the two of who's better, whether it's Matthew or the other thief. I have to go with Matthew. You get him so much earlier, and he he does grow well. So Matthew is definitely a keeper. Wrath, not so much. Just use him to do the triggers, really, more than anything. In this chapter anyway. Dorcas can go to that house. Okay, so now we're actually into the chapter. And it's a little bit less simple than the other one. It depends how quickly you want to get it done, really. Let's have a look at saying. What's he got? Quit. Alright. Let's trade that for that. Oh wait, no, hang on. There we go, that's what I wanted. Okay. And stick him down there. Florina. Actually, let's use Will first. Then Florina. And there goes that bandit. And same again. Urk first. And then Kent. Okay, and let's move Sarah over there. Let's just double check. Yeah. Let's double check that guy's moving that one there. Okay, and that's that done. Turn one over. Matthew's dialogue just makes me laugh every time. He's just so cheeky, and it's great. It's almost as though he's immature, but that's just him trying to hide, like, his pure and utter skill. And this is a bit of an explanation about character boosting items. The Angelic Robe obviously increases character's HP by 7. The maximum HP the character can have is 60. Before it promotes, the maximum it can have is 40. Usually brawny people, like, I suppose Dorcas could manage it if I gave it to him. As an example, will cap their HP without the use of such items, but the likes of Sarah, Nerk, Lynn, they won't. And I'm actually going to use that Angelic Robe on Lynn for the purposes of the later chapters. When I get the chance, obviously I can't do it as yet. Alright, so we move everyone up here. Urk won't reach, so move him over there. Have Kent and Sane double team this guy. Actually, I don't know if there's a reason to double bang. Kent over there. Kent will finish him off anyway. And the reason I didn't have Sane do it is because he's got the key. And Sane can scamper back off. That guy's got nothing. That guy isn't gonna move, if I remember rightly, so here's a good conversation. You want to read this. because Sarah is related to Ostia. So this is a bit of a hint as to Matthew's origins. Poor Sarah, she does get a bit of abuse. It's debatable whether she deserves it or not, really. The amount she gets, anyway. Okay, and there goes Ken. I'll leave whichever one of those two is the highest level on the Switch for this turn, which will be Ken. So, actually, no. What am I doing? Take care of this guy first. Sorry. And it kind of does a two-pronged effect. It lets you get everyone into position, ready for when this opens, because you can probably tell that that's going to open up when that switch is pressed. So, remove everyone out. And this is a cheap way to get Matthew some experience, because you can just steal from people and then just kill them straight away. And that's 10 EXP for Matthew, without him getting any damage whatsoever. I mean, obviously you want to kill them before they get the chance to retaliate, so let's take care of that. I'm going to give Florina the key so that she can open the door, because there is a chest up here. So having Matthew do it is a waste of another turn, because you just want to get it done as quick as possible. The chest contains an armor slayer, which is a specialist weapon. You can use it to kill knights easily. It's supposed to be easily. The thing is, the armor slayer is used by swordsmen. Most knights carry lances and whatnot. When they promote to generals, they can use axes, and that's when it becomes useful. But before that, it doesn't really matter that much. Unless you come across one with a lance reaver, but I don't actually think you do. And this guy has a steel lance, which is basically him being defenseless. Because he doesn't move from that spot, and Urk can just, well, you can almost do him in one turn. Oh, let's say and finish him off. Ooh, who to let press the switch? Oh, so it doesn't quite reach. Well, it is then. And suddenly an unseen band of soldiers flood into the Marquis's chamber. Yeah, I don't get it. Don't know how that is a vital detail. He has sort of got a point about that. I mean, if you take diplomacy into account, but still, he's already hit trouble with the coming Marquis. Oh well. He is allowed. That's one way to put it. Busted. It's a nice little influx of gold. I mean, you always need money. Weapons are running down. Okay, that's chapter 6 over. Done. I am sorry about the tinkering with the emulator. Won't happen again, I know I can't really do much about it. I will figure it out in my own time, not when I'm doing a video. So, next one will be soon maybe? I don't know.